By the way, just in case you tuned in, the number one citizen, President Bola Tinubu, has left the shores of the land, Nigeria, and has gone to Europe. The senior special assistant did not detail where in particular the president has gone to in Europe, but we do know that he will be attending an event in Abu Dhabi, but that will be till January 11. And today, time check, and of course, date check, update is 29th day in the month. But let's bring you the front pages of the newspapers. First off, let's go straight to the leadership newspaper, because that's where we're starting from as we begin the front pages of the newspapers today. And let's just put the paper there before I bring in our in-house analyst of international repute. The front page of the leadership newspaper is where we're starting with, as I mentioned, and we will be going straight to the stories. Fuel price competition will benefit Nigerians, says National Oil Company Chief Ojulari, and that's what he says. National Oil Company, NNPC. Anyway, Nigeria's domestic airfares cheapest globally. Alan Oyema says, really?
Hello.
I don't agree to that, but I'll let it slide because that's not the focus until we get there.
No, yeah.
2023, Equerry votes gave Tinubu victory in Rivers, says Wike is blowing hot. Health insurance premiums rise as hospitals jack up service fees. If you are sick and you've been to the hospital, you would know what this headline is all about, or you know someone who's been ill. Judicial Council bars 34 lawyers from appointment as judges, said they failed the tests, integrity test. Tinubu leaves for Europe, UAE, and Trump says determined to stop killing of Christians in Nigeria, even though the narrative has been clear, it's not just Christians, even Muslims and non-religious persons have equally been affected. Atiku urges National Assembly to reconsider repass tax bills. I would like us to start from two stories here. First, let's focus on the president leaving for Europe and planning to go to the UAE, after which we can segue into Atiku, former vice president and presidential candidate, Atiku Abubakar, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, stating clearly that the House of Assembly should not be too quick. National Assembly, I beg your pardon, should not be too quick to quickly review and re-gazette what has been gazetted and signed by the president. Rather, they should point fingers at those who made those changes so that we can continue to uphold the integrity of the House and the National Assembly. And let's bring in our guest quickly. Our guest is international journalist of repute, Mr. Habib Aruna joins us this morning. Good morning, sir, and welcome.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Compliment of the season.
Great to have you.
Thank you so much.
Mr.
Thank you.
Aruna.
Let's go straight to that story. The president has left the shores of the country. Many were expecting that he would, at a time like this, address Nigerians and talk to Nigerians about the insecurity challenges and what just happened by the United States on December 25th, which happened to be an Xmas Day.
First of all, I appreciate Benga as usual. Well written and well delivered. But I'm not comfortable with that erosion of the favorite. I don't think so. I do not support that kind of argument.
You think it's a partnership?
No, it's a partnership. For now, it's a partnership. And the Secretary of Defense, not war, of the U.S. and the African Command issued a statement that is for the cooperation and collaboration with Nigeria. For now, let's leave it at that. But the issue of the president leaving Nigeria by now, at this moment, is not too tight to answer. This attack, in collaboration with Nigeria, took place just last week. I was thinking that there would have been intense briefing, by the Minister of Defense, Minister of Foreign Affairs, and Minister of Information. Give us what is going on. Let the narrative flow. This is what is going on. These are the people that died.
Let there be a press conference. Let journalists ask.
Then, to cap it off, the president of the country, Commander-in-Chief, represent Nigerians. This is what happened. This is what we allow it. These are the things that the consequences that terrorists will face. There was no anything like that. And If I look at the way the US president came out with the statement, a few minutes after the strike, the man came out. But I was about to go to sleep. I told my wife, I said, look, just 4 minutes after, I saw the message by Trump.
Yeah.
And I was thinking that the president should have issued a statement that yes, the Nigerian president, for goodness sake, anything he says is convincing. Anything he says has a lot of.
I mean, it's commander-in-chief.
Commander-in-chief. You know, yes, the foreign affairs went around the TV stations. That very money, that they do the money.
Not all
Which
stations,
TV station? International TV
No,
station.
Only one local. Only one local.
But there were more
international.
TRT, ABC Australia.
international.
The Villa guys, and he told me that the man is going around. And I saw him on CNN. I didn't see him on Channels, but Channels showed him.
Yeah, but more of them were on the international press.
Very well.
I think you're missing the argument that brings.
No. I guys are saying, you know, me.
I mean, we have extended invitation to him. But of course, there's this lackadaisical approach.
But it's not tidy. Nor is it appropriate for the president to have left Nigeria to Europe or UAE without, first of all, going to Abuja, address Nigerians. This is what is going on. Because this situation is unprecedented. Never happened before.
Never happened.
It happened before. So people need to know what is going on. You don't take people. I don't think it's, if you don't just like that. You travel to one for the vacation. When Rome is built, burning, when there's crisis, I don't think it was well advised. And I think he sent the wrong signal. You know, lack of capacity.
I don't know, Mr. Aruna, if you permit me, I know we just want to look at two stories which I highlighted here from the leadership. I want us to go to the second one, but before then, if any of our viewers was in tune with the incidents that took place in Australia, a terrorist attack in Bondi, where we saw people who were shot and killed, I keep alluding to that because that's the most recent incidents that happened in the international community, aside from the United States, where, you know, a gunman was wielding a knife, and then in South Korea, where someone wielded a knife and was attacking people. But in these instances, we see where the security chiefs, it was night, but they were all dressed up in their suit and tie.
It was a masterclass in crisis
masterclass in crisis, and they kept answering questions. I learned a lot from just watching that. As a journalist, the journalists were asking the questions I would have asked. So have you caught this person? Do you know where it's coming from? The answers were professionally done.
Apart from the poor response. Because it appears the US was controlling the narrative.
Absolutely.
Before the foreign minister now came on stage to address Nigerians, address the issues involved, how the defense minister should have been involved. In what manner of partnership are we talking about?
Yes.
What cooperation are we talking about? Who is bombing who? Are we involved in the bombing? Because they were trying to gouge the response to America and respond to the northern elite. That's the problem you are seeing. There are many things going on as per the 2027 elections. All these guys, we need to be very careful. Because the US bombed Sokoto. Now, I was thinking the US will attack states in the southeast, in the northeast, or north central. But the bomb Sokoto, according to them, this was the state that the planning was taking place. And that happened to be the place that is hosting the caliphate. Sokoto is the caliphate. That's the heat core north. They're not comfortable with it. So the government is just to be very careful. So the media should be very circumspect with the way they look at it. In terms of security, in terms of fighting banditry and terrorism, and in terms of national security. It's important we look at it. Because you cannot just, I understand your reservation, you and Benga, but the fact is that this is Nigeria. But I'm not comfortable with the fact that the president will leave Nigeria. He came to Lagos for vacation. He left Lagos to Europe for another vacation. Then from there to UAE. He should have go back to Abuja. And come back to Abuja, meet his security chiefs, address Nigeria after the meeting, then he can take off. By taking off without doing those things, I don't think it's presidential.
Okay, let's just mention to you that the YouTube channel, we're going to be taking comments from our YouTube live. We're streaming live via News Central TV, and we can see a number of your comments coming in. Please keep the comments coming in, and we'll take some of them. Lillian Aloha says, Cry is coming very late. What did he, as a security expert, oh, this was in reference to our previous interview, what did he do to call out northern leaders and by extension others from the south to quench this insecurity rascality when it was still brewing? And then Ibisiki says, any person still talking about non-kinetic approach to fight terrorism in 2025 is a sympathizer. Enough of the stupid jokes.
Okay, can I come in here? When they say non-kinetic approach, it doesn't mean carrot and stick or, you know, converting them into de-radicalization. Non-kinetic could also mean addressing the root cause. What drives them to de-radicalization in terms of messaging? Messaging could also be seen as non-kinetic. What drives them to banditry is also providing jobs and doing community service for these people.
Community service, how?
Community service in terms of providing infrastructure,
for the people
businesses.
who are
No, in the community, not those that are, so that and removing the Almajiri system, so you don't have a pipeline, a recruitment pipeline.
All the things that
you
you've
deal
mentioned,
with it from source.
All the things you've mentioned, how effective has our government been
So you can,
in these
and
things you've mentioned?
Good
That's
governance too is part of non-kinetic. Because if you provide education, healthcare, schools, a thriving community, there's no way you'll find recruitment
What you're saying is a
for
theoretical
bandits
approach.
and criminals.
What
So
you're saying is a theoretical approach, but what's the practicality of this explanation?
so they need to make it practical too. And that is also part of the
it's
non-kinetic.
giving aspire to perspire.
No, that's what they need to do. Otherwise, it will become a revolving door and an endless cycle of violence.
Okay, keep your comments coming in. We'll take the comments via YouTube, but we will also want to take phone calls. The numbers to call are on the TV screen. Please call in now and share your thoughts. And let's see if you share same sentiments or you have different thought processes regarding any of the stories on the front page. Let's go to another paper.
No, we're not done with the leadership.
Okay.
We wanted to take a story. Atiku is urging the National Assembly to reconsider repass tax bills. I bet Nigerians have heard. So I think we need to state it categorically clear. Let me use the word, not clear, clear, so that it sinks in Nigerians. It has been agreed that the gazetted document was tampered with.
Correct.
Yes.
For those who are watching us, let's make it clear now. For our viewers, those who want to call in, the Senate, the National Assembly has come out to agree that the gazetted documents have been tampered with. However, there are also stories indicating that the names of those who tampered with these documents will not be made known or public. Therefore, there is also a move to re-gazette the gazetted document. Again,
we need to see.
In the National Assembly.
So what would the implication of that be? Would it then mean that the initial January 1st that was supposed to be the implementation of the tax laws will then be halted because there is some work that needs to be done? So I will continue.
The chairman Oloyede said
there's no going back.
There's no going back.
All right, we have a phone call. We have a call coming in. Good morning. Thank you very much for calling. Please go ahead with your comment.
Good morning, my sister.
How are you?
My response is going to the former guest, Dr. Aliu. Is it?
We're struggling with your audio. You can speak up, please.
So the response is for the former guest, Dr. Aliu.
I was saying that my response will go to your former guest, Dr. Aliu, who was not in support of the U.S. intervention in our country's security.
Okay.
Now, I'm taken aback because I don't actually know what we want as people. 2014, we'll be having restless nights and days, problems here and there, insecurity, bombing, killings here and there. It has been on the increase till today. And then it was talking about that Nigerian government has the capacity. My question is, for how long will that capacity be put to test? Is it when all of us are dead that the capacity can be used? We don't have the capacity. So we needed external assistance. That is the basic. I don't know what we want. Now, they've come in, not that they are bombing recklessly. They made their reconnaissance intelligence gathering before they started bombing. You want us to remain here, and then at every point in time, some groups just come, kill people, run into the bush, disappear from that region, go to another region, kill people, go to churches, kill them, go to mosques, kill them, and then life continues. We continue to pretend. I'm surprised that even a security expert I'm talking like that. I'm shocked. What do we really want in this country? For God's sake, I'm a Muslim. So the issue of trying to say Muslims are not happy, no, it's a lie. We are tired. We are all tired. This is not how a country should be run or not governed. We've been just helplessly waiting for our own death to come. What do we really want as the people? Now you are criticizing that US is coming, that the bombing. Are they bombing recklessly? They must have taken their intelligence. For God's sake, must we even criticize at the base of criticism? For God's sake, we have been killed here and there. It has abated for so many years. Nothing was done. Nothing was objectively done to quench this. They are increasing in numbers. For God's sake.
All right. Thank you very much, Suleiman, for sharing your thoughts. It was a bit of a struggle to hear you, but I'm hoping that, we're able to pick a few things from there. On YouTube, Olumide Alade says, the president's silence shows how much value we are to him. He so much believes in those that are singing on his mandate, we shall stand, but forgetting their numbers are not up to the task. That's what Olumide says.
One more thing I also want to pick out, and it would be nice for our producers to pick up that video. It's a tradition. We've talked about on your mandate here, but they're not listening. So it almost looks, we sound like a broken record. But this tradition, and I think we need to readdress it. Even cultures evolve of people leaving their very important work to come and escort Mr. President when he's traveling abroad. This is a private trip. He's going for his holidays. He's worked out. He's done his best. Can we have that?
It's not a private trip.
Oh, okay. The Dubai side of it is representing Nigeria. But why do we do this all the time? I mean, very important personalities. You have state governors. You have the Minister of Budget and National Planning. You have the Minister of Budget and National Planning, Minister of Finance. There at the airport, and when he comes back, we repeat the same ritual.
That is the problem we have. No, I don't know.
Because even me at my level, imagine if our MD is traveling now, and Olive has to come from Agu. Oh, sorry for revealing where you live.
I don't live in Agu. I do not live in Agu.
I said Ag, if you like, go put the boogie.
I do not live
And Joe
here.
coming from his house to come and.
It's only Nigeria that you see our president been treated like a king. We also saw the video of South African president.
Yes, Cyril Ramaphosa, God bless you. You've seen that.
Even the United States president.
No, don't even go there. As the world leader. Ramaphosa, being escorted by a beautiful woman.
Air Force officer, pilot.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, I mean, just one single lady.
Okay,
Anyway,
let's hear from
he
Abia
hasn't still
State.
reacted to the gazetted.
Uche is calling. Let's hear what Uche has to say. Good morning, Uche. Thank you for calling. Please go ahead.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Earlier on this program, Wenger was talking about non-connected. Hello?
Yes,
We're with you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I want to ask Wenger, will you apply it to Boko Haram people? Like you said, building schools. These are people that told you...
No, okay. Uche, when I say non-kinetic, I'm saying they should
He was explaining
proper governance.
Maybe we should wait.
Let's allow Uche.
Okay.
building schools for, Boko Haram. Will they accept it? That is what I'm asking Wenger regards to non-connective. I'm asking him whether you will preach that to those people that said education is Boko Haram. Now you are building education. And also, issue of religion. Those people that are saying blasphemy, like you preach against their, what they believe, they will kill the person instantly. We are having different laws in this country. That is the problem. We don't have one law for everybody. A country will have one law, both the rich and the poor, before the country will do what? Move forward. What we are practicing in Nigeria will not make this country to progress. That's my stand. Until our leaders do the right thing. God bless you people.
Thank
God
you
bless
very
you
much.
too. I mean, to respond to Uche, you cannot shoot your way out of a conflict. Even the Second World War, the First World War, all conflicts in the world, you still come back to the drawing table and address the root causes. And in addressing the root causes of insecurity, it has to do with governance and the livelihoods, the lives of these individuals involved. If you look at their community and dealing with the root causes, there's a lot of hopelessness. There's zero government presence. There are no schools, no public health facilities. It's almost like the wild, wild west. So they're easy targets and recruits for this violent extremist group. So until you fix that and you make sure that the community thrives, then it will continue to be an endless cycle of violence. That's what I mean.
Let's get a reaction on the gazetted copy so we can move because of time as well.
I think that it has generated a lot of controversy. And it should be back to the drawing board. Look at it again. Let the lawmakers tell us that, yes, this is what they have on the table. You know, that is not tampered with. And I don't think it should be operational January 1st. That is not should be acceptable. Imagine not telling Nigerians that there's no going back. No going back to what? And I think it should be tied also to what this man said yesterday, Alex Onyema, that this tax law, this new tax, will affect Nigerians adversely. Will affect operators in the industry. And that you say that some of them will close shop within 3 months. If you look at it very well, he spoke yesterday on Analyst TV. I think that what he said to me was very convincing. And NCAA came out immediately to say the man was just raising an unnecessary alarm. I think NCAA should address the issues that Onyema raised. The issue of how they borrow money from the bank. The issue of how they go and service their planes in Europe. The issue of spending a lot of dollars, foreign currency. All these things are in foreign currency, and it's not something that is too good for the business of these operators. They should address it. So the question is that direct to answer. They should go back to the drawing board. Tell us, those involved to me, you cannot know, you won't know that. I know that. This is Nigeria. But the fact is that the way it is now, they cannot go ahead, you know, and make it operational by the 4th of January to not work. Nigeria is going to be convinced that yes, this is the right thing to do, but they can pay their taxes.
Well, since they've said that, we'll go ahead. It's a situation of do your worst.
No, that will be difficult. Nigeria will not allow it.
Okay. We'll be here to see.
48 hours,
I'm not telling them that they should go ahead. You see, taxation is a very critical issue.
And also transparency and accountability.
That affects your accessibility and sensibilities. I told you guys on this program that it was taxation that led to the U.S. independence, and the war against the British. No taxation, no representation. Nigeria must know what they are paying for.
Very
they
true.
must be represented adequately. When you can tax them. It's a big issue. I think the government is looking at it. If they want to rush it, well, I wish them good luck.
Okay.